we are witnessing a fundamental shift in the architecture of desire, a move away from the rigid, performative symmetry of the past towards something far more soulful and profound. True luxury is no longer defined by how much gold glitters on a gate, but by the depth of the silence found behind it. The ultimate status symbol in our hyperconnected world is not visibility, but the rare privilege of disappearance into a hidden ecosystem. We are stepping into an era where the high-end estate is designed not to impress the outsider, but to embrace the inhabitant, creating a dream landscape that functions as a living, breathing organism. The concept of the invisible garden is rooted in the paradox of curated wildness, where the hand of the designer is felt but never seen. It is a secret dialogue between man and earth, suggesting that the garden has existed for centuries, eternal and timeless, even if it was planted yesterday. This bespoke approach rejects the sterile lines of traditional modernism in favor of an organic complexity that mirrors the chaos of nature. It is a masterpiece of deception, requiring a sophisticated understanding of landscape architecture to make a space feel unveiled rather than constructed. In the density of the modern world, privacy landscaping has transcended simple utility to become an art form of upscale exclusion. The breathtaking allure of the invisible garden lies in its ability to create a forbidden fortress of solitude without the use of harsh walls or aggressive barriers. Instead, we utilize vertical forests and layered canopies to weave a sanctuary that screens out the noise, ensuring that your personal retreat remains a sacred, inviolable space. This is the architecture of serenity, where the boundaries of the property dissolve into a green haze of seclusion. At the heart of this movement is biophilic design, a scientific and aesthetic approach that acknowledges our ancestral need to connect with living systems. This goes beyond placing a few plants in a Mediterranean courtyard. It is about the transformative integration of indoor-outdoor living. By blurring the lines between the built environment and the wild, we lower cortisol levels and induce a state of mindfulness, proving that a garden is not merely an amenity, but a medical necessity for stress relief and healing. The journey into the soul's garden must always begin with a threshold, a moment of transition that signals the shedding of the external world. A truly transformative entrance utilizes the compression and release technique, often found in Japanese Zen gardens, narrowing the path through dense, earthy foliage before opening up to a sweeping, breathtaking vista. This choreography of space creates a curiosity gap, inviting the visitor to step deeper into the oasis, leaving the weight of their urban life behind at the gate. To achieve this modern minimalism of the wild, one must exercise immense restraint in the color palette, favoring the monochromatic textures of green over a riot of floral color. The exclusive garden relies on the subtle interplay of light and shadow, using ferns, mosses, and ancient hostas to create a tapestry of calm. This restricts visual noise, allowing the mind to rest on the harmony of texture, rather than the distraction of bloom, reinforcing the meditative quality of the space. The skeleton of the invisible garden is built from materials that speak of heritage and permanence. Specifically, natural stone that ages gracefully with the seasons. Whether it is rough-hewn granite boulders or smooth, tumbled limestone pavers, the hardscape must look as though it was reclaimed from the earth itself. This artisan approach to masonry grounds the contemporary home, providing a sense of weight and history that creates a timeless anchor amidst the fleeting growth of the plants. Water, in these high-end sanctuaries, is never purely decorative. It is architectural, used to manipulate sound and reflect light. A minimalist reflecting pool, or a hidden rill cutting through the teak decking, acts as a mirror to the sky, doubling the sense of space and bringing the heavens down to earth. The sound of water trickling over marble provides a white noise frequency that masks the acoustic pollution of the city, completing the illusion of a remote paradise. We often forget that the ceiling of a garden is just as critical as the floor. The tree canopy defines the volume of the outdoor room. In sustainable luxury, we prioritize mature, architectural trees that filter sunlight into dappled patterns, creating a cathedral-like atmosphere of reverence. This layering of high branches creates a sense of enclosure and safety, triggering a primal sense of refuge that is essential for deep relaxation and Zen contemplation. As day turns to dusk, the invisible garden reveals a second identity through strategic, low-lumen lighting that respects the darkness rather than conquering it. The goal is to highlight the sculptural forms of the trees and the texture of the stone walls without creating light pollution. This unveiled nightscape transforms the garden into a piece of living art, viewed from the safety of the glass-walled living room, maintaining the indoor-outdoor connection even in the deepest winter. In the pursuit of a sophisticated aesthetic, texture becomes the primary language of design, replacing the vulgarity of bright colors with the nuance of tactile surfaces. We contrast the rugged bark of an ancient oak against the sleek smoothness of contemporary concrete, or the soft feathery fronds of ornamental grasses against the rigidity of steel. This tactile diversity invites touch and close inspection, turning a walk through the garden into a sensory, mindful experience that engages more than just the eyes. The true luxury of the modern age is silence, and the invisible garden is engineered to be a vacuum of acoustic serenity. Through the density of planting and the strategic use of berms, we dampen the vibrations of the outside world, creating a tranquil bubble where the only sounds are wind in the leaves and the call of birds. This sonic purity is the hallmark of an investment-grade property, a feature that cannot be bought off the shelf, but must be cultivated over years. is a growing recognition that true opulence must be responsible, leading to a rise in sustainable luxury, where water conservation and native plantings are paramount. The English cottage style is being reimagined with drought-tolerant species that require less intervention, proving that flourishing beauty does not require wasteful excess. This stewardship of the land adds a layer of moral weight to the property, aligning the owner with the values of preservation and organic living. In these curated spaces, outdoor furniture ceases to be mere seating and becomes sculptural elements that punctuate the landscape. We see a move towards low-profile, teak, and weather-resistant textiles that mimic the comfort of the interior living room, but possess the durability to withstand the elements. These pieces are placed not in clusters, but in solitary positions, encouraging individual meditation and a private communion with the dream landscape surrounding them. A static garden is a dead garden. The invisible sanctuary embraces the cyclical narrative of the seasons, celebrating decay as much as growth. From the skeletal beauty of winter branches to the lush explosion of spring, the garden serves as a clock, reminding the soulful observer of the passage of time. This connection to the eternal rhythms of nature grounds the inhabitant, offering a nostalgic and poignant counterpoint to the breathless speed of digital life. Even within the constraints of a metropolis, the principles of the invisible garden can be applied to create a vertical forest or an urban jungle. Rooftop terraces and balconies are transformed into bespoke pockets of greenery, utilizing containers and climbing vines to reclaim concrete for nature. These rare glimpses of green in the gray city are perhaps the most vital sanctuaries of all, offering a lifeline of oxygen and calm to the urban dweller. There is a profound psychological comfort in designs that reference ancestral landscapes, tapping into a genetic memory of savannas and forest edges. By mimicking these primal environments, we create a space that feels instantly familiar and safe, a refuge where the nervous system can finally downregulate. This reclaiming of our biological heritage is the secret ingredient that makes a garden feel like home on a cellular level. Beyond the emotional and aesthetic benefits, the invisible garden represents a significant financial investment that appreciates over time. Unlike interior renovations which date quickly, a mature, flourishing landscape increases in value as the trees grow, and the ecosystem creates its own microclimate. For the savvy collector of real estate, a well-designed garden is a classic asset that distinguishes a property in a crowded market of mansions and estates. We see a strong influence of the Scandinavian garden ethos in this movement, a rigorous dedication to simplicity, functionality, and a deep respect for the harshness of the elements. This influence strips away the ornamental excess, leaving only what is essential, honest, and structurally sound. It teaches us that nature is the ultimate luxury, not because of its abundance, but because of its raw, unfiltered truth. Ultimately, the invisible garden is not about what you see, but how you feel. It is a vessel for harmony and a machine for living. In a world that is increasingly loud, bright, and demanding, the ability to step into a hidden, organic void is the greatest privilege one can possess. By curating these living sanctuaries, we are not just landscaping, we are building cathedrals of calm, proving once and for all that nature is, indeed, the ultimate luxury.